So why did everyone go in the military?
Well, nothing to do down there.
Depression.
Yeah.
Today they're losing all their good people down there. They go to Baltimore, Washington, Detroit, and every place to get work. They don't stay around there. Only the people that can't help themselves. The only thing happened about 20, 25 years ago, Hanover Shoe opened up a plant down there, which has at times employed 650 people. And that was a big boost to the economy in that county.
Yep.
But if they should close that plant like that and lay everyone off, it'd be bad.
Yep.
It'd be bad. And right after the war, what happened to boost the economy down there was the poultry and turkey raising. You know, after the war, people all over the United States had a buck in their pocket, especially in the cities and the places where the people were working in the shipyards and the war factories. And all of a sudden people were buying chickens and turkeys and everything like that. And all the farmers down there who had a piece of ground went into the business. And they made money.
Yep.
I know my brother would have 3 or 4 flocks of turkeys going at one time.
But that all died off too.
Well, it's just like gas stations. One person or the big companies see that they're making out and they move in. They buy them out and force them out and all of this, give them better deals and doing away with the little guy. Now they got chicken coops and turkey coops down there 1,000 yards long. Well, not 1,000. Football lengths long. 2 and 3 of them right in rows.
Empty.
Not empty, no.
Well, some of them are.
My brother built one. It was small. We did good in that. Looked all far and burned down. So that ended that.
So what year did you join the Navy?
1936. Got out in 1940.
So were you in World War II at all?
I became an electrician in the Navy. When I came out, you know, I come to Philadelphia. She'd already come home from California. And I got a job in a little shipyard down there. Small place. Working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. That lasted about 3 weeks. Man, I made a barrel of money.
Oh yeah?
And that started me. And then I worked with Philadelphia Electric for a while, 50 cents an hour.
Made a barrel of money there too, I'll tell you.
So I saw an ad in the paper down in Wilmington, Delaware. Grayville Corporation wanted electricians for ship work, so I went down there and I got a job. I worked there 5 or 6 months. About that time, Cramp Shipyard, right near where she came from, was being reopened. So I went there to work. I got hired there. So I became supervisor there. And so they kept me out of the war. Well, I was more valuable there than I was out there sailing around on a ship, because we had those people who know nothing about electricity, wiring ships or doing anything with their tools. They were shoe salesmen, butchers, everything. They bring them in. Hey, Evan, here's 5 guys. You need 5 electricians. That was your electrician. But we had a few key people. I'd give one to this key guy and one to that key guy, and then take them. We built cruisers and submarines and repaired ships and everything. I don't know how we got them done. I really don't. With the people we had. But somehow or another.
They had their heart in it. They worked. They did their job the best they could. That's why.
And I worked in the shipyard for 5 years. Put me on my feet. We were able to buy a house, furniture, everything. Got started. The man on it was not too bad. A lot of hard work. Much hard work.
So you raised your family in Philadelphia?
Oh yeah.
Well, how did you guys meet?
Oh, she was out celebrating her birthday, her and a bunch of other girls one night. Some of us sailors, we didn't like going downtown. We'd go way out out to the edge of the suburbs, you know. So we just looked up there, the old Heidelberg. Let's go in there. So we went in, these girls were in there celebrating, so we helped them. That was it. How many people got married out of that?
Evelyn and Betty Pyle
Wow.
and Vera,
Yeah, all of them almost got married.
myself,
That's amazing.
and Margie.
All to sailors?
Marcia,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
that
the
night.
fellas we met that night.
Yeah, the whole bunch of
Fateful
them.
night.
Yeah, really.
Another 5 or 6 of us, yeah.
All of us stayed together. Evelyn stayed with Goring. Bill was his
Bill,
name.
he did.
Who else stayed together? You and I.
Betty and Pyle,
Yeah.
Clem,
Yeah, Quinn.
and
Mike and
Mike and Margie are divorced.
So these were all friends of yours.
Yeah.
And the guys from the Navy were just guys you were in the Navy with, or were you guys
yeah,
buddies?
guys
Or
on the ship with. Like I said, 4 or 5 of us would always run together, you know. We wouldn't go downtown. We'd get on we'd take the trolley and go way out. Get off some street and just walk around to see some place you like. This place was the old Heidelberg. That was a good spot. Wasn't
It
it?
was a good spot.
It must have been, or you girls wouldn't have been.
It was a place where young girls could go, you know, without any fear.
Yeah.
Some of the places, like you said, you wouldn't go in town or, you know,
Yeah.
different places by yourself.
so that was your strategy. Go to the suburbs. That's where the
Well,
women
we
were.
didn't go out of the city because, you know, there wasn't much transportation out of the city.
Yeah.
This was about. You haven't been there for a long time, have you?
Nobody had
On
cars
Erie-
them days,
Erie
you
Avenue
know.
and
Yeah.
Broad Street.
So you had
Erie
to
and
depend
Broad.
on any
You
place
wouldn't
you
walk
go
there
by
today.
public
You
transportation.
can go over today and fool around them places.
So what were you doing in Philadelphia? Were you on a ship, or
Yeah, he was on the ship in Philadelphia.
were you stationed out of Philadelphia, or were you just there on a shore
Well,
leave?
no. When I first went in, they shipped me down. I did my training in Norfolk, Virginia. They put me on the transport after that, sent me to San Diego, California. When I got out there, they put me on a destroyer. I was on that destroyer, made some nice cruises. Out to Hawaii, up to Alaska and around, and then it was an old 4-piper, which was real old and inefficient. So we took her around to Philadelphia to put her out of commission. And while in Philadelphia, I picked up Phoenix, a cruiser. And I was there, how long? About 1.5 years, I guess.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was there too long.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Oh, we saw one another off and on for 1 year, I guess, 1.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time I was there.
So was that just getting that ship ready, or?
Oh yeah, decommissioning one and putting another one in commission and things like that. Yeah, it takes a long time. But it was good duty there. We didn't have to do much watch. We came and went as we want. And after we put that destroyer out of commission, a couple of us guys were living on it. I don't think they knew we were there.